Hey everybody, it's Pastor John with your Midweek Moment this week. And like hopefully many of you, I'm planning on spending a big chunk of my day tomorrow standing over a hot oven and baking Christmas cookies. I'm doing that, of course, because our Christmas cookie exchange is coming up on this Sunday. It's gonna take place right after the worship service. And I'm hoping that a lot of you will participate in that because it's something that sort of reminds me of when I was a kid. You see, my mom was an absolutely amazing baker. In fact, for years, we didn't buy baked goods at the store because my mother baked everything. She baked bread, and she baked rolls, and she baked cinnamon buns, and she baked English muffins, and pies, and cakes, and the whole thing. But it may be that she reached her apotheosis as a baker during the holiday season when she baked Christmas cookies, because there were some years where she would bake 14 or 15 different kinds of cookies. Sure, we had your standard cookies, your chocolate chip and your peanut butter and things like that. But we also had things like pecan sandies or chocolate lace cookies or sprints. We had both kinds of sugar cookies, the drop sugar cookies that you bake individually, and then the other sugar cookies that you use cookie cutters to cut out of the dough. We had, like I said, chocolate lace cookies. We even had pizzelles for a few years. That's just, when my mother got started baking Christmas cookies, there was absolutely no holding her back. And I think of all the things that I remember about Christmas cookies from when I was a kid, the thing that I may remember the most was the Christmas cookie decorating table. You see, what my mother would do for this is she'd bake a whole bunch of sugar cookies, the kind that you cut out with cookie cutters, the kind that have to be decorated. And then she'd get, her kids and a bunch of the neighbor kids together, and she'd set up the dining room table with a bunch of stations. So there'd be like a station where there was white frosting. And then there'd be a station where there were different kinds of colored frostings. And then there'd be a station where there were like the decorative frosting that you put on with the little tube. And then there'd be a station where there were different kinds of colored sugars, and a station where there were multicolored sprinkles and chocolate sprinkles, and a station where you had those little cinnamon red hots. And what the kids would do is you'd pick up a Christmas cookie, and then you'd make your way around the table, and you'd go to each station and you decorate your cookie. So that, let's say, for example, your cookie was let's say it was a bell, right? What you do is you'd start at the white frosting station, and you'd put white frosting on your cookie. But then maybe you wanted your cookie to be a silver bell. So then the next station you went to was the colored sugar station, and you got the silver colored sugar, and you put the silver colored sugar all over your cookie. But you wanted to put an outline around your cookie. So let's say you went to the station where there were the little tubes of the frosting, and you put like a little bit of red frosting all the way around your bell. But your bell had a little clapper on the bottom. So the last station you went to the cinnamon red hot station. And you put a cinnamon red hot right there at the bottom of your bell. And that was how you baked your cookie, you decorated your cookie. And when you were done, you'd put that cookie aside, and you'd get another cookie. And then you'd go all the way around the table and do the same thing again. And the Christmas cookie decorating table was genius, because it meant my mom could have 6 or 8 kids busily decorating Christmas cookies and not getting in each other's way, because everybody was at their own station. Now, I know we're not going to have a Christmas cookie decorating station when we do our Christmas cookie exchange this year. Although, that might be something interesting to do with the kids for next year, but I digress. I know we're not going to have a Christmas cookie decorating station, but I do hope that we'll have a whole bunch of different kinds of Christmas cookies. I hope that you'll bake maybe your thumbprints or your lace cookies, or whatever your special Christmas cookies are. You'll bake some of them, and then you'll bring some of them in to our Christmas cookie exchange this coming Sunday. Because it shouldn't just be fun for me. I think it'll be fun for everybody. So if you want to help the minister recapture a slice of his childhood, or maybe if you want to recapture a slice of your childhood yourself, why don't you think about baking some cookies and bringing them in on Sunday? I think it's something that we'll all really enjoy. Thanks.